Hello and welcome everyone, folded hands as always. And thank you for joining today's episode. This one is absolutely packed, so let's get straight into it. The biggest confirmation first, Ishan Kishan is now a certainty in the playing 11. For the moment, Sanju Samson's World Cup journey has hit pause once again. He was part of the squad earlier, travelled with the team, but once again won't start in the 11. Meanwhile, Pat Cummins is officially ruled out of the entire tournament, which is a massive development. His replacement is Ben McDermott. But let's be honest, replacing Cummins is never easy. There's also chatter around Cameron Green's reaction after his dismissal, hinting at something unusual with Usman Tariq's bowling action. We'll touch on that briefly. And of course, we'll wrap things up with a complete SWOT analysis of West Indies, a team that always brings unpredictability to any World Cup. Now let's talk about Ishan Kishan, because this comeback deserves serious respect. Sometimes cricket rewards patience in the most dramatic way. After being out of the Indian setup for years, losing his central contract, asking for a mental break, and then waiting endlessly for another opportunity, Ishan has finally grabbed his moment. That century wasn't just runs on the board, it was a statement. Perfect timing, massive pressure, and total dominance, including that brutal over where he smashed 29 runs. This wasn't his first World Cup appearance, but this time the confidence looks completely different. The fact that he was handed wicket-keeping duties despite Sanju being listed initially tells you everything. The decision is now locked. With Abhishek Sharma giving quick starts, Suryakumar Yadav finding rhythm again, Hardik Pandya and Dubey finishing strong, India's batting suddenly looks settled. Arshdeep Singh's 5-wicket haul was another standout. Rough start, brilliant comeback. Bumrah, however, had a rare off day, his most expensive T20I spell in years, which will raise some eyebrows. Still, India ticked almost every box they needed before the tournament. Coming back to Australia, Cummins missing the World Cup is a serious blow. Leadership, experience, and clutch performances aren't easy to replace. If injuries continue, especially to someone like Hazelwood, Australia may no longer walk in as firm favourites, especially with a brutal group that includes India, South Africa, and West Indies. On the bowling controversy, Usman Tariq's action looks unconventional, no doubt. His release and pause are unusual, but from available footage, it doesn't clearly violate rules. Cameron Green's frustration is understandable in the heat of the moment, but whether there's anything illegal is for officials to decide. Let's park that debate and move on to the West Indies, because this team is far more interesting than their recent results suggest. West Indies haven't had great numbers recently, winning only a couple of series against lower-ranked sides, yet writing them off would be foolish. On paper, this is a powerful squad. Brandon King and Shai Hope at the top, followed by Hatemeyer, Powell, Rutherford, Chase, Holder, and Shepherd. That's serious firepower. Their biggest strength is finishing ability and T20 experience. Their bowlers, especially the spinners, are well suited to these conditions. But the weaknesses remain familiar: inconsistency and unpredictability. One brilliant session followed by a complete collapse is something we've seen far too often. They rely heavily on individual brilliance rather than collective dominance. Still, history matters. This is a two-time ODI World Cup and two-time T20 World Cup winning nation. If they click, they can beat anyone. My prediction? They should clear the first round, but the second group will be extremely tough. If they go beyond that, expect fireworks. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this deep analysis, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next